Question 7, we're given two expressions written in standard notation. We're asked to rewrite them in scientific notation. As I look at the first one, what I typically like to do, this is my procedure, is I like to write this number where the decimal should be if it is indeed in scientific notation. So people will tell you it has to be greater than 1 but less than 10. So we're looking for a single digit in the front, then our decimal point, and then everything else after that. Now, this number that I've written is very, very small compared to what it should be, right? It should be 1,336.2, and I just have 1.3362. So what I need to do is I need to make this one larger, and I would do that by multiplying by tens. And you can think about it like this. The decimal point is right here in scientific notation, and in order to make it go from there back to where it belongs, I need to multiply by 1, 2, 3 number of tens. So I'm just going to multiply this times 10 to the third power, because remember what this means, right? 10 to the third power means a 10 times a 10 times a 10. And every single time I multiply by 10 times 1 10 times 2 10 times 3 tens, I'm kicking that decimal place back to where it belongs. So part A is 1.3362 times 10 to the third. For B, again, I'm going to write the decimal point where it should be, 3.2. And you can see 3.2 is much, much, much too large. It's much larger than the number I was given. And I need to put this decimal point back where it goes. And in order to make this 3.2 much smaller, I'm going to be dividing by tens. And of course, remember, division by the number 10, right? What is this equivalent to? This is equivalent to 10 to the negative 1 power. And if you're like, what? I didn't know that. Well, think about this. If you have 10 to the negative first, and I want it to not have a negative exponent, what can I do? I can multiply it by 10 to the first over 10 to the first. This numerator becomes 10 to the 0 power, which is equal to just plain old 1. And the denominator becomes 10 to the first. So you can see that 10 to the negative 1 is equivalent to 1 over 10, which is dividing by 10. So we're going to divide the 3.2 by tens in order to put the decimal back where it belongs. Now, right now, you can see I wrote it here. I wrote it at the 3.2. And I need to divide by 10 1, 2, 3, 4 times in order to put the decimal point back where it was. So I'm going to take the 3.2 and I'm going to multiply it by 10 to the negative fourth power.